Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium, the site for tonight's matchup between Roseburg and Grants Pass. Tonight here on The Score, it's boys basketball. Roseburg looking to win their second game and get back to 500 in conference play. Same can be said for the Grants Pass Cavemen, who come in at 1-2 in the SWC. Both teams coming off of a loss. For Grants Pass, they're trying to end a 4-game skid. Roseburg coming off of a loss earlier this week against one of the top teams in the conference, South Medford. We'll talk more about the matchup when we come back after a quick 2-minute break as we continue on with your pregame show. We'll talk with head coach Jordan Humphreys in just a moment. Want to let everybody know that tonight's game is streaming with video online at 541radio.com, where you can watch the action for free. High school hoops tonight here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Back with more of our pregame here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Roseburg getting ready to take on Grants Pass here at home in a Southwest Conference matchup here tonight. And joining us is head coach Jordan Humphreys. Coach, you guys are coming off of a game at South Medford where earlier this week, a busy one for you guys. Get 3 games in this week. It's got to be nice to have games going on and feel busy. But you guys came away with that. You told me you felt like it was one of the better games you guys have played all this season. Looking back at that again, you know, what made you think that was a game that you felt, despite the result, you felt okay about?
The intensity and energy we had, both offensively and defensively, for the whole game, not just spurts. I felt like we kept our energy for the whole game, which we haven't had yet this year. Obviously, in the first half, we made quite a few threes, which I know and our guys know we're capable of, and we finally did that, so it was good to see the lid come off. Obviously, we're not going to win too many games when we give up 40 and a half, and so defensively it would have been nice to do some better things, but they are a super athletic team, and anybody they play, they give matchup troubles to. I think they're averaging over 70 on the season, and they got 4 guys that can easily score over 20 on any given night, and so they're tough to contain. But attitudes, energy, and composure throughout the whole game were things we can build on for this week.
You know, I know it's probably way out on your radar, but tonight there is a pretty good matchup for the first place in the league tonight, North and South. I haven't had a chance to see North. I'm not sure what you've seen about them, but what do you think? What do you think about that matchup? Sounds like it should be a fun one down at South Medford.
It's definitely going to be a dogfight. You know, they get a good rivalry game, and they should have all their fans there tonight because the restrictions got lifted for them. So that should be a fun one to watch. I'm looking forward to watching it when I get home tonight. You know, both teams ranked in the top 10 in state. They both played some tough competition, and so it's going to be fun to see how they end up. And last year they split. The road teams won both games, and I think one of them went into overtime and one of them went into triple overtime. So I know they got some blood there that'll be fun for them.
Yeah. Well, we'll get a chance to see North Medford coming up tomorrow, but tonight it's Grants Pass. And going into the matchup here, it has been a busy week, so not a lot of time in between games with practice time to really kind of draw anything up maybe in particular. How do you feel like the team is feeling going into this matchup? A tough one here, but one that you'd like to think is a chance for you guys to get a win and still stay amongst the top half of the league standings.
Yeah, I mean, I think after our game Tuesday, I conveyed the message to them that that's the best we've played all year, and I think they felt it too, and they communicated the same thing. Even though we lost, we talk about you can still get wins without winning on the scoreboard, and that was one of those games for us. And if we play with that energy tonight that we did on Tuesday, then we're going to put ourselves in a good spot to win. And the other thing about tonight's game is, North and South are probably going to be 1 and 2 in our league, and then the rest of us are kind of fighting for that third spot. And our guys know that that third spot is an automatic playoff game, and so record doesn't matter until you get to league. And fortunately for us, playing well on Tuesday, and that's hopefully going to incentivize us and motivate us to get a good one at home tonight and build some more momentum going into tomorrow.
Tonight, taking on Grants Pass. Looking at them, what are you expecting out of them? I know they've got the top scorer in the conference and in one of their guys there leading the way, but they are a bit short-handed. What do you know about this Grants Pass team, and what do you expect to see from them tonight?
The guard is averaging about 20 a game, and he can shoot the ball, and he'll shoot it from anywhere on the floor. He'll pull up at the volleyball line, and he's got the confidence and the green light to do that. They got one other guard that can shoot pretty well, and they got some big guys inside that rebound hard. They play hard, solid defense. And actually, they battled South Medford last week, and I think they lost by 15 or 16 as well. So it should be a good game. And expecting some good energy from both teams.
All right, Coach, thanks so much for the time.
Yep, thank you.
And that is head coach Jordan Humphreys joining us here on the pregame show as we count down towards tip-off between Roseburg and Grants Pass. Joey Kieran here with you. It's great to have you here with us on a Friday night. It's been a while since we've been out here doing Friday night hoops for you. And this is what the schedule was supposed to be kind of like when they put it all together at the start of the year. Friday night games and then Saturday games as well. You play back-to-back nights. This week, a busy one, though, for Roseburg. They're coming off of a loss against South Medford on Tuesday. 82-65 was the final score in that one. Roseburg falling behind. They actually, a technical foul called against against South Medford in the pregame warm-ups. They were caught dunking, and that is a technical foul done in the warm-up period. I had somebody ask me about that, and I told them I don't know exactly why it's a penalty, why it's a technical foul, but I know it is. And so that happened on Tuesday. South Medford gave up a couple of free throws to Micah Mendoza, although Mendoza only makes 1 out of 2. Roseburg started the game with a 1-0 lead, and then it was a 15-0 run by South Medford. They led by as many as 14 in that first period, but Roseburg chipped away at the lead. They were down at 10 at halftime, but South Medford really pulls away in the second half, and Roseburg was battling just to try and keep it under 20. Ended up losing in that one 82-65. But again, as Coach Humphreys was telling us there in the pregame interview, that South Medford team, along with North Medford, who they're playing tonight, those will be two really very good teams this season. For Grants Pass, they're coming off of a non-league loss. They took on Marshfield on Saturday, falling 52-48. That was supposedly a shorthanded Marshfield team that was able to hold off Grants Pass. Although Grants Pass, a bit of a shorthanded team as well, with some injuries that have taken off, some returning players that were going to be returning starters, and we'll see how that goes. We'll talk more about the lineups as we'll get to your starting lineups here coming up in just a moment, but let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with the starting lineups before tonight's tip-off here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
As a doctor, I kept myself safe from COVID by following all the proper protocols. Then I visited my family, and we all got COVID. I debated getting the vaccine since I gained the COVID antibodies. I changed my mind because I learned the antibodies may not offer full protection. But getting the vaccine after COVID can help prevent you from getting sick again. It also lowers your risk of getting someone else sick. So whether you've already had COVID or you're still unvaccinated, please get the vaccine.
Starting lineup as announced by head coach Joel Jesse, assisted by Patrick Blatcher.
And we welcome you back here to Roseburg High School as tonight the Indians will take on the Cavemen. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Cavemen, led by head coach Joel Jesse in his first year, 5-10 on the season, 1-2 in conference play. A senior at 5'9", Owen Alderson will get the start tonight, along with junior Mason Bennett, who stands at 6 feet 4 inches. At 6'2", a junior Jackson Poland getting the start, along with Cade Brandis, a 6'2" junior. And then rounding out the starting five will be a sophomore, Luke Morgan. And that is your starting lineups for the visiting Grants Pass Cavemen. Now for the Roseburg Indians, led by head coach Jordan Humphreys in his third year with the program. 4-10 on the season, 1-2 in conference play. Starting lineup's going to be at number 3, Carter Stedman, a junior, along with senior Ben Pike, a post for Roseburg. Boston Williams, a junior guard for the Tribe, will get a start tonight, along with Danil Olson, a senior. And then rounding out the starting five will be Carson Six, a senior wing for the Indians. That is your starting five for Roseburg as they get ready to take on the Cavemen. And Roseburg will be in the home whites here tonight. Black numbers on the front and the back. Roseburg across the chest in black, outlined in orange. They've got the orange detail down the side of the jerseys and the shorts. Road blues for Grants Pass. Numbers on the front and the back in white. Grants Pass across the chest in white. They've got gray trim up and down the side and along the hemline of the pants. And it is time to tip this one off tonight. Roseburg will be going left to right on your radio dial, and Grants Pass will be going right to left as we get ready to go here. The band is here tonight, if you couldn't tell. Great to have them back in the house. They always bring the energy for sure. Danil Olson will be in the center to jump against Luke Morgan, and the tip is won by Roseburg. Into the back court, Carter Stedman will have it, and Roseburg will bring it up the floor into the front court through the green or the orange center circle is Carter Stedman. Stedman looking for Williams to his left will go to the, looking for Williams on the right, goes to the left to Olson, and an offensive foul quickly called as they go down to the blocks to Carson Six, backing his way in. Grants Pass will draw the charge, and that'll put the first foul on the board for tonight's ball game. Six picking up his first. Grants Pass with the ball for the first time. To the right side with it, Bennett. Looking underneath, Mason Bennett, the junior. They'll work it around the perimeter to the left side. Poland with it, looking underneath. Back out to the top. Morgan to the right side at the wing is Brandis. Roseburg going with a zone defense here. Oh, actually, no, man-to-man. It looked like zone for a moment there. Pass out to the far side, deep three from Alderson. And Owen Alderson will get the first points of the night a 3 for Grants Pass. It's a 3-0 score. The Cavemen take the first lead of the game in the corner. Stedman pass out to the top. That pass tipped away into the official. Luke Morgan getting a hand in the passing lane. Ben Pike will inbound it on the near sideline. Roseburg hitting 10 3-pointers in the game against South Medford on Tuesday. Hit 7 in the first half. Probably going to need to see the long ball fall a little bit here tonight as well. Stedman goes left side, lobs back out to the top to Williams, dribbling right hand to the right of the key, backs it out near the midcourt stripe. 6:40 to go here in the first quarter. 3-0 lead for Grants Pass. Roseburg with an offensive foul already on 6, who has the ball right side, going to try and drive behind the back dribble, spin move, puts up the shot just a bit short, tries to follow it with a rebound, can't pull it in. Up with it is Poland, brings it up the floor, toss inside, now back out to Poland for a 3, got it. Back-to-back threes for Grants Pass to start out the ball game, and they lead 6-0. Their shot falling from long range. 6:10 to go first quarter. Stedman to Williams on the left side, working against Alderson, driving in, back into the corner. One-handed pass out to the top. Pike behind the back dribble, gets to the free throw line, finds 6 baseline. Carson 6, knew it was going to happen. 6 again, off with the shot. Looks like Roseburg trying to really work it down the middle to Carson 6. On the other side, out in transition, got right to the rim, but Mason Bennett's shot too strong as he got right underneath the basket. 6 nearly lost it off his own leg, gets it to Stedman. Stedman in the right corner. Make that the left corner for Roseburg. Things open up on the baseline. Jump stop, pass out through the defense. Stedman gets it back, gets it in the corner. The head fake drew 2 defenders and got it to 6. 6, first shot no good. Second shot will go, and Carson 6 will head to the line for a 3-point play. They are really looking for Carson 6. He is 1 for 3 to start, make it 1 for 4 to start out the ball game. They'll go to the line to try and cut this deficit in half. Dylan Newfold will check into the game, the senior. I believe a transfer to this Grants Pass team. Normally a starter, sitting out the first couple of minutes. 6 at the free throw line. Will nail it. So a 3-point play for Carson 6, gets his first points of the night, and Roseburg has cut the deficit in half, 6-3, with 5:18 to go here in the first quarter. To the right side, Newfield, into the game. Spin move, gets free, goes to the baseline. Easy lay-in for him. 2 points there for the conference's leading scorer, and a quick timeout taken by Roseburg. Dylan Newfield leading the league with 18.4 points a game. That's number 1 in the Southwest Conference. We'll take a quick 30-second break, and we'll be back with more of the action here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Out of the Roseburg timeout, they trail 8-3 against Grants Pass. Drop a play, driving the left side. He tried to use the right hand to lay it in, was Carson 6. His shot was shit off of the mark, but the ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Grants Pass Cavemen. Micah Mendoza will come into the game for Roseburg, and Ben Pike will have a seat. Trailing by 5. Carson 6 with that out at the top. One-hand pass to Mendoza in the corner. The lefty launches a 3, which rattles through. And Micah Mendoza hitting a shot from long range, much needed for the Tribe. They're back within 2 at 8-6, nearing the midway point of the quarter at 4:30. Left on the game clock. Bounce pass left side for Morgan. Find the cutter underneath Bennett into the corner. Driving in now, Brandis in the lane. His runner way off the mark, gets knocked to the floor on the box out. And Roseburg down with the rebound. That's Boston Williams. Up the floor to Stedman. Into the corner. Another look at a 3 from Mendoza. He found his hot spot. He hits 2, and Roseburg's in front, 9-8. And now a timeout taken by Grants Pass. 9-8 your score. Let's squeeze in another 30-second break here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Back here at Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium, Roseburg with their first lead of the night after back-to-back made threes by Micah Mendoza. 9-8 your score. Before we get back to the action, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg basketball on the score. Six 0 run by the Tribe on back-to-back threes by Mendoza. Grants Pass with the basketball out of their timeout. Bringing the ball up, Neufeld. Lobs it to the left elbow to Bennett. Bennett to the right elbow, finds Morgan. Back out for a long three by Poland. That shot no good. Pulled down by Olsen on the rebound. Roseburg gets the stop on the one possession there for the Cavemen. Williams will come out to get the basketball out at the top. Neufeld guarding him. Six will get it between the circles. Marked by Morgan. Looking to his right side. His pass. Soft one taken away. Right to the rim. And a lay-in with the left hand by Mason Bennett. Bennett will put Grants Pass back in front, 10-9. 3:26 to go, first quarter. Olsen gets it in the corner. Head fake. Gets free. Drives to the rim. Got hit by a couple of blue jerseys. And he got the ball knocked to him on the ground. Micah Mendoza got the rebound and went up with it. The rebound then got knocked to Olsen. And Roseburg a third look on the possession. But Boston Williams off the mark with his three-point attempt. Up the way we go. With it, left side, Neufeld, drive in, spin move in the lane. Too strong, back iron, rebound pulled down by Bennett. He goes back up with the left hand. And Mason Bennett has a quick 4 points and stretches it back to a three-point lead for Grants Pass. Things open up right side. Stedman drives into the lane, kick out. Long three from the left wing by Mendoza, off the mark. His first miss from behind the perimeter. Would have tied the game up, 2:40 to go. First quarter, kick in the corner, a three now for Grants Pass. Short on the shot by Alderson, and it's pulled down by Roseburg. Quick pace here in this first period. Up the far sideline, Boston Williams to the right elbow. Jump stop, back out to Six. Six catch and drive left side, airborne. Shot blocked by Morgan. And down with it come the Cavemen. Up the floor, far side. Bennett hands it off to Neufeld. Neufeld on the right wing, crossover, wants the three, and he's got it. Dylan Neufeld off the bench with 5 points. It's a 6-point game. Roseburg led 10-9, and since then, that has been a 6-0 run on the other side. Make it 9-8. So a 7-0 run for the Cavemen. Roseburg trailing by 6. Olsen going to try and drive left side. He's left-handed lay-in. He scoots it right around the defense off the glass and falls it through. 15-11 with 1:45 in the first quarter. Neufeld across the timeline, working against Williams. Drives left side, just gets right into the middle of the lane, and he gets it over the front of the iron to drop it through. 6-point game again. Just too easy there for Neufeld to get into the lane. 1:28 to go. Only one foul against either team so far. Mendoza with it. Out at the left side. Going to drive left side. Gets in. Gets airborne. Draws the foul as he banks it in. Micah Mendoza for two. And a three-point play coming up. A chance at one for Micah Mendoza. Mendoza, leading scorer on this team for the Roseburg Indians. Bit of news to get to for you here, and meant to address it in the pregame, but ran out of time as I was breaking down the matchup. Colton Marsters no longer with the team, a personal decision, and will not be with them the rest of the way. He had been leading the team in scoring with 10.2 points per game. Was just outside the top 10 in the Southwest Conference scoring, but has chosen to not be with the team the rest of the way. The three-point play does not go. Mendoza will miss, but the rebound was saved back in by Grants Pass, and Roseburg gets it back. Williams will try a corner three from the right side, no good. Pike back into the game, gets a rebound. Roseburg will get a third look. Williams will drive in, gets into the bigs, puts it off the glass, and somehow he gets it to die on the rim, and Roseburg will get another two. 17-15, two-point game, under a minute to go in the first period. Crossover dribble by Neufeld into the half court. Goes left side, hesitation, drives to the rim, shot blocked by Jace Wilder, got his own rebound, gets it again, a third look, and Neufeld is heading to the line.
Roseburg foul on number 15.
That'll go on Boston Williams, who picks up his second, or excuse me, that'll be his first. Free throw in for Neufeld. It was actually a foul against Hunter Fullerton, not against Boston Williams. They changed the number up there. I heard it announced as Williams, but then they put up 24. Second free throw is good for Neufeld. 19-15, 43 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Roseburg with the basketball, facing a zone defense from the Cavemen. New look for the Cavemen. Fullerton into the game, along with Wilder, Williams, Pike, and Mendoza. Williams will get it. Fullerton out at the top. 1-3-1 zone here. Bounce pass, kick ball out of bounds by Grants Pass. Grants Pass with Bennett. Jaden Jesse, not Jaden Jesse, that is Ryan Gladbach into the game. Dylan Neufeld, Corbin Sawyer, Luke Morgan. Those are your five on the floor for the Cavemen. Open look at a three for Boston Williams, just short. He's 0 for 3 from behind the arc. Hit 3 3-pointers in the game on Tuesday. First quarter about to come to an end, and the shot just too late for Grants Pass. At the end of the first period, it's 19-15. Grants Pass in front of Roseburg. Let's take a 60-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Hey there, sports fans. It's Joey Kieran with The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. We're bringing you more local sports content as we change up our weekday sports lineup. We've got the Bald-Faced Truth with John Canzano, noon to 3 every weekday. And then from 4 to 6 is the James Crepia Show. More local sports talk here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Eight minutes on the clock for the second quarter. Roseburg trails against Grants Pass 19-15 on this boys basketball game here this evening. Tonight's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. 7:55 to go. Grants Pass starts with the basketball to begin the second period. Out at the top, they pass near side to Neufeld. Goes underneath to Bennett. Ball tipped away, but he gets it back. Bennett working his way in against Williams to the free throw line. Sawyer with it back out to Neufeld. On the left side, Neufeld working against Mendoza. He'll pull up for the shot. Mendoza blocks it. It goes right to Bennett, though. And back out to the top for Neufeld. Ball nearly tipped by Mendoza. Neufeld drives in. Wild shot from the right side off the mark. And Roseburg comes down with the stop. Up the floor to Mendoza. Goes right into the defense. The shot kicks out of the cylinder. No good. And down with it comes Grants Pass. Up the floor, they'll go quickly. Ball tipped out of bounds by Jace Wilder to stay with the Cavemen. Oh, I don't know how that shot didn't go down for Micah Mendoza on the other side. It was a great hustle after the defensive play. But his shot hit almost all 360 degrees before it spit right back out of the cylinder. 4-point game. It's been as big as a 6-point game for the Cavemen. Roseburg's led by 1. 7:12 to go, second quarter. Driving right side with it. Brandis drives in. His shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Brandis again. Got another look. Tried to get it to a teammate. That's Gladbach. And Gladbach could not get it back up. He had it tipped out of his hands. He's the last to touch it. Roseburg up the floor quickly. Fullerton right side. He's had some big games off the bench. Out to Wilder. Thought about a three. Didn't take it. Almost an open look for Mendoza. He doesn't take it from straight away. Entry pass in the middle. Knocked away by Morgan. This zone defense giving Roseburg a lot of troubles trying to work the ball in the middle. Fullerton will inbound. Roseburg stacks it up. And a timeout taken by Roseburg. Roseburg will have 3 timeouts left to go as we take a quick 30-second break as well here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Amelia Snow. I work in the intensive care unit at Mercy Medical Center in Roseburg. I have seen the terrible damage COVID has done to my patients and their families. Without a vaccine, people of all ages can get very sick, even if they were perfectly healthy before they had COVID. The COVID vaccine is safe and effective and will reduce your risk of getting so sick you wind up at Mercy Medical. Get vaccinated, and I won't have to see you in the ICU.
Out of the Roseburg timeout, the Indians with the basketball. Tonight's game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. Mendoza will have it. One-handed pass, found a wide open Daniil Olsen underneath. And Daniil will get Roseburg back within 2, 19-17. 6:41 to go here in the second period. First points of the period for either team. Bennett on the left wing, out to the top. Alderson gets it to the right side to Neufeld, working against Stedman. Long pass, back to Alderson, a wide open deep 3. Off the mark underneath, the rebound pulled down by Mendoza. He'll hurry up the floor, goes right into Grant's pass. His shot dies on the rim and then drops in and ties us back up at 19-all. Roseburg goes on a 4-0 run to start the fourth quarter, ties it at 19-19. 2 minutes into the period. In the corner with it, Alderson. A lob out to the top, long pass there to Brandis. Out on the right side, steps up to the three-point line, kicks it out, Alderson a deep 3, and he's too long, off the mark again. After hitting his first, he's missed his last 3. Up the floor on the left side, Mendoza, crossover, back out to Stedman. They'll set up. Grant's pass has switched the defense up again, back to a man defense. Mendoza, underhand pass down to Wilder, trying to back his way in. High off the glass, hit the box, but it doesn't want to fall for him. Chase Wilder, the junior, his first attempt doesn't fall, would have given Roseburg a lead. Neufeld driving left side. What's the call? Blocking call. Trying to step in and take a charge was Hunter Fullerton. Neufeld drawing the foul. That'll be the third against Roseburg. It is the second against Hunter Fullerton. Jackson Poland will check back in for the Cavemen. Mason Bennett will check out of the contest. Neufeld got to throw it into somebody who was falling out of bounds, but chasing it down will be Alderson. He just had to throw it in. He's about to step in bounds and get called for the turnover. Spin move. Neufeld gets into the lane and hit as he goes up. Jace Wilder's there. He got too much of the body. The babyface big man down there, he's a junior. He's a name that we've known for a little while, and still stuns me that he's a junior. Feels like he should have more eligibility left. He just looks so young. 5:16 to go here in the second quarter, and missing the front end is Dylan Neufeld, his first miss at the line. Tonight's game also sponsored by Good Vibrations, solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Now's the time if you want to check out TV deals before the big game coming up next week. Second free throw, no good for Neufeld. Rebound was pulled down by Pike, but then ripped out of his hands by Luke Morgan, and Morgan has it poked out of his hands. It stays with the Cavemen. 5:10 to go here in the second period. Inbound to Alderson in the right corner. Drives to the right elbow. Out to the top. Driving in. Sawyer makes the extra pass. Finds an open Morgan. First points of the second quarter for Grant's pass come at the 5-minute mark. Out to the top. A wide open 3 for Daniil Olsen, and he makes some pay. He's got 5 in the quarter. And Olsen puts Roseburg in front for the second time in the game, 22-21, matching their largest lead of the contest. Neufeld driving right side, goes right into the lane, offensive. Chase Wilder was standing right there. That might have been Daniil Olsen. They were right there next to each other. They closed. Neufeld tried to squeeze his way through, and he could not, knocking Roseburg to the floor, and Neufeld picks up his first. And a big emotional foul there for Roseburg. Got the bench and the players all fired up. Carson Six will check back into the game. Chase Wilder will take a seat. 6, Stedman, Pike, Olsen, and Fullerton on the floor for the Tribe. 4.5 to go here in the second quarter. Pike gets it out at the top. Left side, pass tip gets to Olsen. He drives in, high off the glass with the soft touch and through. Olsen has 7 in the period, and he's got Roseburg their largest lead at 3. 24-21, 4:19 to go, second quarter. Crossover, right side, Poland drives in, out to Bennett. Bennett drives in the lane with the right hand. The runner will go through. Mason Bennett gets another 2 for Grants Pass, cut it back to a 1-point lead. Olsen gets it, drives, finds an open Pike, back out for 6. That one rims out, and the rebound pulled down by the Cavemen. 6 missing from long range on his first 3. Driving right side, back out, Poland gets it to Sawyer. He crosses, that's Brandis. Brandis makes the pass to Bennett, gets it to Sawyer. His shot, it was short. That's Morgan again. Sawyer not in the game. I'm not sure why I keep thinking that's him out there. Out at the top, Poland with it. A second look here for the Cavemen. Right side at the wing, out to the top to Alderson. He launches a deep 3. That one way off the mark. That is now 1 for 5 on the night from behind the arc for Alderson. Now a 3 on the other side. Olsen misses that one, clanks off the iron. Down with it is Grants Pass. Quickly up the floor in transition. Step around the defense, missing the shot. Rebound. Olsen pulls it down off the miss by Brandis. Some pressure in the backcourt. Roseburg will break it into the front court with 3:09 to go, second quarter. Again, back to a fast pace in this one. Back and forth we go off the misses. 24-23, Roseburg in front by 1. Pass tipped up. It'll stay with Roseburg.
Corbin Sawyer in the pass replacing.
Coming back in, Corbin Sawyer. He's back in finally, so I can call his name. Micah Mendoza will come into the game. Somebody's got to check out. Fullerton will be the guy to check out here. .259 to go. To the near side, Mendoza. Crossover, gets to the rim, right in front. And an offensive foul called against Micah Mendoza. So Mendoza turns it over. JV team providing a little bit of juice for the visiting team here at Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Grants Pass fans the JV team getting into it. The JV team did beat Roseburg 69-56 earlier. 2:45 to go. Dribble right side. Stopping at the line is Brandis. Finds an open Sawyer. He lobs one to the rim. Doesn't fall. Bennett, big work to get that rebound. And then now taking it away on the ground. Olsen has it, and he saves it for Roseburg. Up the floor to Mendoza. He goes right to the rim. His shot short. Gets his own rebound. Roseburg will get a second try. They'll slow it down to set it up. Run through the offense. Lob it to Olsen. Too strong. Dylan Neufeld will check back into the game for Grants Pass. Coming in, Neufeld checks in for Jackson Poland. Neufeld was leading scorer with 9 points in the first quarter. 2:12 to go. He makes the lob on the backdoor cutter. It doesn't go for Bennett. Got his own rebound. Shot swatted out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Cavemen. Boston Williams back into the game for the Tribe. Danil Olsen will get a well-deserved break as he comes out after some strong play for the senior. Roseburg leading 24-23. Neither team has scored in a while. Lob right in the middle to Bennett, and it's a hold called against Roseburg as Bennett got to the basketball first but could not break away from the defense. They were all over him. It'll be a foul against Roseburg. They're up to 6 here in the first half. 3 on the other side. First foul against Williams. Inbound goes to Bennett again. Had it poked away by Williams. Right to Mendoza. Micah going to drive the floor. Gets it to Pike, and he lays it in. Ben Pike with his first points. A perfectly executed fast break for Roseburg. They lead 26-23. A minute 51 to play. Here in the first half, Roseburg in front, fighting their way back to their largest lead at 3. Neufeld in the lane. His turnaround jumper falls off the iron. Rebound down to Mendoza. Up the floor, Williams into the lane. Runner off the right iron. No, it will not go. Williams, right idea, just couldn't get it to fall. 1.5 to play. One-hand lob to Bennett on the right blocks. Pass out. A 3 from Brandis. No, it won't go underneath. Rebound tipped up, and it goes to Mendoza. And up the floor comes Roseburg. Reverse lay-in from Pike. No good. Rebound out of bounds to Grants Pass. On the other side, head coach Jordan Humphreys wanted a foul call after that miss by Grant's pass on the rebound attempt, but he couldn't get it. He's trying to say they're all over on the over the back. You can't reach over like that, but he did not get that call. Roseburg had the basketball either way. They couldn't finish it on the other side. Carson 6 out of the game for the Tribe. Olsen back in for Roseburg. 1:12 to go. Neufeld up the floor, no-look pass, and it's taken away. Wasn't really looking for it himself. Luke Morgan didn't receive it. Stedman comes up with it. He'll push it up the floor. Goes left side, goes up against the bigs, and that one falls through for Carter Stedman. You can't slap the backboard either. 53.2 to go. 28-23. Roseburg in front by 5. Their biggest lead here at home against the Cavemen tonight. Neufeld, left side at the elbow. Drives in, backs out, passes it out to Alderson. Alderson between the circles against Stedman. Almost had a screen from Neufeld. He didn't really set it, and so it didn't affect Stedman. Neufeld gets it, 33 seconds. Work against Williams. Gets a screen. They switch. Olsen against Neufeld. Drives in, left side. Got hit, almost traveled, had his shot blocked, and up with it is Roseburg. Stedman going to try and push. A travel or a foul? Travel. Turnover by Carter Stedman, trying to bully his way through the middle. There was some contact, but he did not draw enough before he turned it over with the walk. Luke Morgan will come out of the game. Back in for Grant's pass is Mason Bennett. Bennett, Brandis, Neufeld, Sawyer, and Alderson on the floor for the Cavemen with 15 seconds to play. Bringing it up the floor is Brandis across the timeline into the front court. To the right side, working against Mendoza. Brandis into the corner, looks out to the top, and a whistle away before a three, and it's against Grant's pass. A foul against Neufeld. .3 to go here in the first half. Inbound goes to Stedman. He'll get to the half-court line, launches, he buries it! That'll get him fired up here going into halftime. 31-23. Roseburg's in front by 8 with their largest lead of the ball game. As we go to the break, we'll take a 2-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
As a doctor, I kept myself safe from COVID by following all the proper protocols. Then I visited my family, and we all got COVID. I debated getting the vaccine since I gained the COVID antibodies. I changed my mind because I learned the antibodies may not offer full protection. But getting the vaccine after COVID can help prevent you from getting sick again. It also lowers your risk of getting someone else sick. So whether you've already had COVID or you're still unvaccinated, please get the vaccine.
Well, we welcome you back here at halftime, where the Roseburg Indians lead it by a score of 31-23. A couple of things I got to do here. It is halftime for those that are watching online. It is 31-23, and all the excitement of that halftime half-court heave. I didn't update my score. For those that are watching online at 541radio.com or on our YouTube channel, here it is for you. It is Carter Stedman who hits a half-court heave at the buzzer to give Roseburg their largest lead of the night at 31-23. Banks it in. Oh, what a shot for the young man there. Pretty exciting. Roseburg was down by as many as 6 in the first quarter of this one. They trailed 19-15 at the end of the first quarter. And then Roseburg outscores Grants Pass 16-4 in the second quarter, and that helps them build this 8-point lead here as we are at the halftime break. I'm Joey Keyran. Tonight's game has been sponsored by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Tonight's contest also brought to you by Flyaway Travel. You can contact their travel experts for your travel plans at 672-5701. And, of course, don't forget about Roseburg Honda, a proud sponsor of high school sports here on The Score. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda, it's different. Customer satisfaction is their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. When we come back, we'll take a look at individual scoring from the first half, so stay tuned for that. At the break, it is 31-23, Roseburg in front of Grants Pass. Come back after a 2-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
I'm Amelia Snow. I work in the intensive care unit at Mercy Medical Center in Roseburg. I have seen the terrible damage COVID has done to my patients and their families. Without a vaccine, people of all ages can get very sick, even if they were perfectly healthy before they had COVID. The COVID vaccine is safe and effective and will reduce your risk of getting so sick you wind up at Mercy Medical. Get vaccinated, and I won't have to see you in the ICU.
At the half, an 8-point lead for Roseburg. Let's take a look at your individual scoring from the first half of tonight's ballgame. First for the visiting Grants Pass Cavemen. Leading the way with 9 points is Dylan Neufeld. He scores all 9 in the first quarter. 6 points for Mason Bennett. 2 points for Luke Morgan. 3 points for Jackson Poland and 3 points for Owen Alderson. On the other side, leading the way for Roseburg off the bench with 10 points is Micah Mendoza. 9 points for Danil Olson. 5 points for Carter Stedman on that half-court heave. He also had 2 points for Ben Pike and 3 points for Carson Six. Boston Williams with 2 as well. The score at the break is 31-23. The Roseburg Indians will be taking on North Medford coming up tomorrow. And that game, it'll be Roseburg boys and girls that we'll have coverage of for you tomorrow, starting with the girls at 1:30. And we will have pregame at 1:15. You can tune in for it and catch it here on The Score or watch online at 541radio.com. And then the boys' game will follow at about 3 o'clock tomorrow. I was going to see if I could find coverage of that North Medford, South Medford game that is supposed to be going on tonight. But let's see here. Well, let's check in on the Roseburg Grants Pass girls game that is going on. Try and get you a score in that one. Also tonight, Blazers basketball going on. Blazers at home against the Oklahoma City Thunder, just tipping off in that one. You've got women's basketball tonight, big one but for the Oregon Ducks. Oregon Ducks taking on number 8 Arizona, number 19 Ducks, and that one some bad blood after Oregon got an upset win over Arizona at home earlier this season. In the second quarter, it looks like the Grants Pass girls leading the Roseburg girls 23-13 in that one. So not out of it yet there for the Roseburg girls at Grants Pass tonight. Thanks to coverage there. You can watch that one right now streaming on Table Rock Sports, our brethren down south for that one. Looks like they must be starting late between North Medford and South Medford tonight. They haven't started the stream on that one. It was supposed to start at 7 o'clock, so that's kind of interesting there. All right, we got to get in our final break. We'll try and get you a couple other scores coming up here in the second half, but that's a look at it so far. At our break, it is 31-23, Roseburg in front of Grants Pass. Back after this 60-second break. I'm Joey Keyran on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event, plus you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Back here to start the third quarter. Roseburg leading against Grants Pass 31-23. Roseburg will start the basketball, and they'll be moving right to left on your radio dial. Leading by 8. Opening 10 seconds. Boston Williams gets free, gets to the rim, but draws a foul quickly here in the third quarter. Roseburg will pick up a foul against Grants Pass. Grants Pass didn't commit many in the first half. They commit the first one here. That is the third on Jackson Poland. That's going to be a quick substitution coming. It looks like Dylan Neufeld will be ready to come in as Boston Williams misses the front of his 2 shots. So Neufeld will come in. Poland does check out of the game. Not sure why he's getting called for fouls there. Williams will go back to the line. You've got 6, Stedman, Williams, Pike, and Olsen on the floor to start the second half for Roseburg. And it is a 32-23 lead now as it's up to 9 points. Trying to go into the middle to Morgan. Morgan backing his way in against Olsen. Back out to Brandis. And Brandis rattles one through for a 3. Much needed there for Grants Pass. Only scored 4 points in the second quarter. They get one there. 32-26. Back to a 6-point game here. Williams has it out at the top, working against Alderson. Lobs it into Olsen, gets a double team, makes a skip baseline pass to 6. Into the corner, Stedman, an open look at a 3. It's long. Rebound pulled down by the Cavemen. Up the floor in blue. Grants pass left side. Brandis drives after the head fake on the 3. Kick back out. Neufeld lobs it into the middle. Morgan has it poked away. Pike gets the steal. It goes to Williams. Williams going to go right into the teeth of the defense. Gets hit, and he'll head back to the line as Roseburg presses the issue and gets Grants Pass to commit another foul. 6:51 to go here in the third quarter. Another substitution coming. Corbin Sawyer will check into the game, and this is going to be the third foul against Dylan Neufeld. So a couple of big scorers here having foul trouble for Grants Pass. And Williams will make the first of his 2 free throws. Coming out of the game will be Luke Morgan and Dylan Neufeld. Ivan Isley will check in for the first time along with Sawyer. Tonight's game sponsored by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Second free throw is good for Williams. 6:48 and counting for this third quarter. Roseburg in front, leading by 8. They've led by as many as 9 here to start out this third quarter. Pass left side with it. Brandis looking underneath, gets it to Bennett, backing his way in. 6 almost had a steal, almost a travel there by Bennett. His shot, right-hand turnaround shot was no good, but he rips away his own rebound. A second look here for the Cavemen. 6:22 and counting here in the third. Brandis will set up for the 3, knocks it down, and a foul. 2 threes in the period for Cade Brandis. And the junior will head to the line for the rare 4-point play. If he makes it here, it's down to a 4-point game.
Foul number 42, Carson 6. Basket counts.
So they will send Brandis to the line. First time for him tonight. Only other player to shoot free throws is Dylan Neufeld for Grants Pass. The free throw is short off the front iron, no good. Roseburg will bring it up the floor, leading by 5. 8-point lead at halftime. Olsen with it right side, tries to split the defense, draws some contact, and another whistle called against Grants Pass. And that's one goes against Mason Bennett. That'll be the third team foul against Grants Pass. And Roseburg 1 on the other side. Inbound from their own baseline. 6 minutes to go here, third quarter. 6. Rifles one into the corner to Stedman. Stedman, left-hand dribble, out to the top between the circles, will reset the offense. Man-to-man defense here from the Cavemen. Out at the orange circle at midcourt. Pass left side to Williams. Nearly lost it off his own leg. Gets it to Olsen. Olsen finds the cutter. Pike underneath. Travels, shuffled the feet as he tried to get his spot underneath. He got too far underneath and tried to reassess the situation and got called for the travel. 5:38 up the floor. Sawyer. It's going to be Brandis. I'm not sure why I keep making that mistake. Brandis with it. He was running the point. Gets it to Alderson out at the top between the circles. Some fancy handles. Splits the defense, but he loses it. It goes to Brandis. Brandis gets it to Bennett. Attacks against Pike. Spin move back to his left. Too strong. Rebound pulled down by Bennett. It's going to be by Williams. Boston Williams up the floor. Couple of crossover. I don't know how he found his path there. He weaved, he dipped, he dodged, he zips, and he finds 2 at the rim for Boston Williams. 36-29, 7-point lead. Williams was all over the place there. Left side with it, driving, pass out of bounds. Missed the mark for Ivan Isley. The sophomore turning it over. And Roseburg will get it back here with 4:57 to go in the third quarter. They lead by 7. Pressure in the backcourt by Alderson. Most of the fouls going against 2 players. Not a lot of fouls against Grants Pass, but most of them against just 2 players. And that has Neufeld and Poland on the bench. Backing his way in. Right underneath, Olsen misses the bunny, gets his own rebound, he puts it back up, he gets hit, he flushes it through, and he's got a chance at a 3-point play. A big game for Daniil Olsen. The senior has been all sorts of energy on the floor for the Tribe tonight. And with his 2 points there, he's into double figures with 11, has a chance to stretch it to 12 with the free throw. A 9-point game again. Second time they've gotten it to 9 here in the third. And Olsen short with the free throw. And it's a lane violation against Grants Pass. A little bit of a slow motion out of Daniil Olsen, and that got Grants Pass off balance. And they stepped into the lane. So he'll get another look at it here. Second one this time is good. So Olsen makes his first free throw of the night, and he will stretch it to a 10-point lead. It's largest of the game here at 4:36 to go in the third quarter. Right side with it, Alderson at the wing, bounce to the top. Bennett with it, tried to drive against Stedman, but had it taken away, or nearly poked away. He got it back, reset, drive in left side, draws a foul. Mason Bennett, the junior, 6'4". He's been doing a lot, but he hasn't scored since early in the second quarter. He's got 6 points in this game, but he's been a big part of the offense for the Cavemen. Free throws, and the first one is short for Mason Bennett. Substitution in. Luke Morgan will come back in. Corbin Sawyer will take a seat. Tonight's game sponsored by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Second free throw. Bennett, no good. Pike down with the rebound. Roseburg will bring it up, nearing the midway point here in the third quarter, leading by 10. Stedman looks left, will dribble right. Will pick up the dribble. 6 comes to get it. Drives right side around the defense, gets to the baseline, got the defense up in the air, got it ripped from behind, though. Blocked and taken away by Grant's pass up the far side of the floor. Brandis into the middle, right to the rim, but he's too strong. Rebound taken down by Roseburg. Up the floor, Daniil Olsen cradled it, and a travel call. Cradled it in, tried to get the Euro step, and he gets called for the extra motion.
Into the Grant's pass lineup,
Dylan Neufeld will check back into the game for Grant's pass. Bringing the ball up the floor is Isley. Gets it to Neufeld. Hands it off to Brandis. Brandis, right side. Gets it to Isley in the corner. Behind the back dribble against 6. Couple of fancy dribbles. Got bumped. Gets baseline. Shot. No good. Morgan down with the rebound. He'll go up with it. He gets fouled, and he'll head to the line for a three-point play. Luke Morgan gets the 2. Get Grant's pass over 30 points on the night, and he'll have a chance at the three-point play.
Morgan at the line to shoot 1.
The foul goes against Daniil Olsen, his first. And the three-point play is good for Cade Brandis. Excuse me, that was Luke Morgan. 39-32, 7-point game. Roseburg with 3 fouls. Grant's pass with 4. Stedman left side running the point, driving baseline, gets caught on the baseline, out to 6. To Williams for the right side. 3! His first of the night comes on his 4th attempt, and a big one for Roseburg. Gets him to 42-32, back to a 10-point lead. Williams had 3 3-pointers in the game against South Medford, gets his first tonight. A long 2 from Neufeld. He's too long. Rebound pulled down by Grant's pass. They'll get another look. Neufeld right side working against Olsen, crossover, gets into the lane, gets airborne, lobs it out to Alderson on the left wing. He tries to drive, cut off, sends it out. Isley a deep 3, and the sophomore gets his first points. Ivan Isley gets a 3, 42-35, 2:38 to go here in the third. Stedman, left side, between the leg dribble. Dribbles to the left wing, stutter step. Back out to Olsen at the left wing, looking underneath, wants it to 6. 6 working against Neufeld. Turnaround jumper, no good. Pike underneath, fights for it. A jump ball called. Wow, that's a surprising quick whistle on a jump ball there. Didn't look like either player had it, and then Pike was the one that came away with it eventually. A little surprise on the quick whistle there. 7-point game, 42-35 on the arrow. Grant's pass will get it back. Isley just hit a big 3 from way downtown. Gets it to Bennett at the right wing. Further here on the near right side. Crossover for Alderson. He'll drive in. Back out to Neufeld. Catch and shoot with the 3. Short rebound. Isley gets it. Nice strong rebound there from the sophomore underneath. Gets a screen. Gets a switch. Olsen on him. He'll feed it underneath. Morgan, turnaround, baseline jumper. No good. Olsen with the rebound. Roseburg will bring it up, trying to stretch it back out. 7 points at the moment. They led by 8 at halftime, led by as many as 10 here. Poked away by Isley, and he'll lay it in. And a foul. He goes hard into the pads on the baseline. And Ivan Isley will get 2 and a chance at 3. So he's cut it down to a 5-point game. And the foul goes against Boston Williams, his 3rd. That'll be the 4th against Roseburg. Fullerton will check into the game for Carter Stedman. Micah Mendoza also in for Roseburg as well. At the line, Isley, he's had 5 points off the bench. The sophomore's been big. And he will not get the free throw. Rebound stays with Grant's pass. Luke Morgan reaching up above Danil Olsen. And Olsen was in front, had the positioning, but no whistle for an over the back, no whistle for fouling there. No, they overturn it. Roseburg will get it. So after consultation with the officials, they get together to overturn the call. 42-37 here in the third. Full court press now from Grants Pass. Isley working against Williams, who will bring it into the front court. Has it poked away, but Isley called for the reach-in. Isley will pick up, I believe, his first. 5 team fouls against the Cavemen. It is the first against Isley. 1:26 to go in the third. Williams will get the ball. Gets it to Mendoza. Lays it in. No, it goes too hard. He had it cradled in. Looked like he wanted to maybe try and go for the throwdown, and he didn't get it. Quickly up the floor comes Grant's Pass. In the half court with it, Paulin. With his 3 fouls back into the game. Neufeld also with 3. He is on the bench at the moment. Leading scorer in the conference, still with just 9 points, half of his average. Deep 3, no good. Long rebound into the stands. Hard into the railing over there is Paulin. And it'll be a Roseburg basketball. Alderson, that one from way downtown. That one from like 35 feet out there. 56 seconds to go. Roseburg in front by 5. Got to get it inbound. Mendoza will get it in the backcourt as he comes in. Trailing to help out. 50 seconds. Mendoza walks it into the half court. Grants Pass has cut down the lead a bit. Corner 3, left side from Ben Pike. The rainbow is fallen. Ben Pike, a 3, his first 3 of the night. Unexpected there from the big man. He makes it an 8-point game again. 45-37. Around a screen. Paulin. Pass tipped off the foot of Owen Alderson. And the defense for Roseburg comes up with a turnover. 26.6 to go here in the third quarter. Tribe leading by 8. Lob inbounds. Collected by Mendoza. He tried to lob it to Olsen. It's stolen away. Brandis going coast to coast. And a foul against Hunter Fullerton. He'll pick up his third, and to the line will go Cade Brandis. He will have 2 shots here. 19.7 to go here in the third quarter. So Brandis, who has had a big third quarter, 6 points here. Missed his first and only free throw, and he'll miss this one as well. Roseburg basketball brought to you by Dr. Lanson Randall. They're accepting new patients, so make sure you give them a call at 541-378-6694. Jace Wilder will come in for Ben Pike. Second free throw here for Brandis. Gets his first free throw. 45-38, 7-point game. Mendoza brings it across into the front court. 13 seconds to go. Can Roseburg get another buzzer beater here like they did at the end of the second quarter? Behind the back dribble. And a carry call. So a carry call on Micah Mendoza as he tried to go with the fancy dribbling. That'll give the ball back to the Cavemen with 6.3 to go. They're looking for a buzzer beater now. Roseburg will apply some pressure in the backcourt. Isley with it at half court. Crossover, 2 seconds. Crossover is 3. No. At the end of 3 quarters, it is 45-38. Roseburg in front, back after a 60-second break on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Hey there, sports fans. It's Joey Kieran with The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. We're bringing you more local sports content as we change up our weekday sports lineup. We've got the Bald-Faced Truth with John Canzano, noon to 3 every weekday. And then from 4 to 6 is the James Crepia Show. More local sports talk here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Roseburg trailed by as many as 6 in the first quarter. They've led by as many as 10 in the ball game. That came with 4:36 to go in the third quarter. They currently lead by 7, and they look to hold on to the win here in the fourth quarter and go to 2-2 in conference play. It would be a big win for them. The Roseburg will start with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter, and it is Hunter Fullerton on a catch-and-shoot 3 from the top, and Fullerton puts it through to make it a 10-point game once again. And Dylan Neufeld Roseburg called for a foul. Boston Williams, after the ball went through, Williams, I guess, tripping up Neufeld. He'll pick up his 4th. 7:46, Roseburg leading by 10, their biggest mark of the game for a second time. Looking underneath, it's just not there for Morgan, working against Wilder down there. Roseburg going with their zone and tipping the ball out of bounds. It'll be Fullerton. Neufeld, Brandis, Isley, Morgan, and Bennett on the floor for the Cavemen. Roseburg with Williams, Mendoza, Fullerton, Wilder, and 6. 7.5 to go. Wilder steps in front of Morgan and steals it on the inbound pass. They'll get it up the floor to him. He almost traveled, does get the pass away in time. Williams, a 3, no good, but it tips right out to him from Mendoza. Gets it back to Mendoza. Fast pace there, and Roseburg will get 2. Williams missed on a 3. The rebound got tipped out to him. He got it, then fed Mendoza on the baseline, and he lays it in on a runner for 2. Roseburg gets the points. They're at 50-38, 12-point lead, their largest, but a player down for Grants Pass, and that is why we are stalled here at the moment. Look like grabbing an ankle, left ankle there. Well, we want to remind you, stick around for the postgame show where we will name tonight's Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game for the Roseburg Indians. Your Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game are receiving a $50 gift certificate to use at Mountain Mike's. Mountain Mike's located on West Harvard Avenue here in Roseburg by the 124 interchange on I-5 and just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Roseburg High School. Down on the floor, I believe, is Brandis. Cade Brandis, the junior, 6'2". He had 7 points in the third quarter, was a big spark in the second half for the Cavemen. He'll get a round of applause, not putting any weight on his left ankle as he will limp to the trainer's table. Julie Deaver, the athletic trainer for Roseburg, will help him out and take a look at him there. Julie helping along with, I didn't catch who else was there. Oh, the head coach for Grants Pass, Joel Jesse, helping his player to the trainer's table. That could be a big loss here for Grants Pass. Brandis had a huge third quarter, all 7 of his points in that period. It's a 12-point game, Roseburg's largest lead of the night on that made bucket by Micah Mendoza after the steal by Wilder. Inbound pass from the backcourt. Alderson back into the game for the Cavemen. He'll walk it into the half court. 1 minute away here in this fourth quarter. Driving right side, Alderson gets it to Neufeld. He's been quiet since the first. He'll try the 3. Nope. Front iron, no good. Rebound tipped up, and Isley gets it, tracks it down in the corner, goes right to the rim, and a floater. Beautiful runner there from the sophomore. Finishes with the left hand. Back to a 10-point game, 50-40. Roseburg in front at the right elbow. Williams gets it to Wilder. Double team. He passes it away, and Isley steps in front to take it away. Up the floor. He'll lay it in. No, it falls off the back iron, but there for the putback bucket is Neufeld. He gets his first point since the first period. He's got 11, and a timeout taken by Roseburg. The Tribe will take a timeout. They'll have 2 left to go in this ballgame. They lead by 8. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back with more of the action on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Sports fans, it's Joey Kieran with The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. We're bringing you more local sports content as we change up our weekday sports lineup. We've got the Bald-Faced Truth with John Canzano, noon to 3 every weekday. And then from 4 to 6 is the James Crepia Show. More local sports talk here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. The Roseburg band serenading us here at the fourth quarter stoppage with 6:24 to go. Sponsoring Roseburg basketball here on The Score, Cascade Community Credit Union and DC Farmers Co-op. Just a couple of our sponsors. Again, we ask if you've got the opportunity to support some of the sponsors that help support high school community sports here on The Score. We would appreciate you doing so. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without their support. And they can't do what they do without your support. So there you go. After the timeout, Roseburg will turn it over. Neufeld, a two-hand lay-in. And he's got 4 points here in the period. Dylan Neufeld with the steal and the points. 6-point game, and now Isley takes it away from Stedman. Grant's pass up in the defense. Slap in the backboard. I don't think you can do that, but the ball did not go. And now a foul called. So the foul goes against Jace Wilder. So we are into the bonus now for Grant's Pass. 17 fouls against the Tribe. 5 against Grant's Pass. At the line, Poland will hit the first. Oh, this is what Roseburg couldn't have to start this fourth quarter. Grant's Pass has come out hot. Grant's Pass 7 points in the period. Roseburg with 5. And the Cavemen chipping away at the lead. They trail by 5. Second free throw, nope. And the rebound pulled down by Wilder. He'll get it up the floor. And Fullerton has his pass taken away. And now back the other direction. Catch and shoot corner 3. Neufeld off the mark. Rebound. Morgan able to get it. He goes right back up. And he's got 2. Off the glass for Luke Morgan. 7 points in the game for him. It's a 3-point game, and now a foul in the backcourt. Roseburg's offense has not gotten many chances here on the last couple of possessions. Grant's Pass is up the defense. They're on a run. Roseburg led by 12 with 7:13 to go in the game. Now it's 5:41 to go, and Roseburg's only up by 3. Stedman will walk it into the half court, working against Paulin. Paulin with 3 fouls. He picked it up early, but he hasn't committed one in a while. Stedman got free, wanted to go to 6. It just wasn't quite there. Gets it to Wilder at the free throw line. Right side, Mendoza. He's going to drive baseline. Gets airborne. A lot of contact. Got knocked to the ground. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down by the Cavemen. They'll push it up the floor. Lob towards the rim. And a foul. Morgan going to the rim will get pushed out of bounds. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And the Cavemen storming back here. Chance to get it within 1 here for Luke Morgan. He's been to the line once. He's 1 for 1. Tonight's game sponsored also by Good Vibrations. 2-shot foul. He makes the first anyways. 2-point game. Stedman and Fullerton will come out of the game. Olsen back in. Same with Pike. Roseburg going with a bigger lineup here. Looks like Fullerton might check back into the game. Second free throw, no good. 6 down with the rebound. 2-point game, 50-48. Roseburg leading with 5:05 to play here in the fourth quarter. Pass right side to Wilder, working against Isley. Bounce it down to Pike. Back out, Olsen. The 3, too long. Back iron, rebound. Jump ball called. Possession arrow favoring Grant's Pass. Fullerton will come back into the game. 10-5 the run right here in the fourth quarter by Grant's Pass. Fullerton back in. He checks in for Wilder. 4:53 to go here in the ballgame. Neufeld running up. Finds a wide open Isley in the corner. His shot rattles off. Can't leave him open. Rebound pulled down by Mendoza. Brings it up the floor. Lobs it over to Olsen. Easy look at a three. Got it! Nothing but nylon! Daniil Olsen, I don't even know if that touched the net as it swishes through. Big bucket needed by the Tribe. 53-48, back to a 5-point game. Neufeld with it, far left side. Back out to the top, Paulin between the circles. Crossover against Pike. Dribble, pass in the corner. Isley catch, drives out, backs it up, will not take the three. Gets it to Neufeld. Right wing. He drives in, tries to split the defense. Travel, drug the pivot foot. And substitution coming in. Alderson will come in for Isley. The sophomore, a big game. He's got 2 here in the period, 7 in the second half. He's had a big night for Grants Pass. Roseburg will get the ball in. 4:10 to go here in the game, leading by 5. Mendoza holding out here on the near side. No shot clock, so they can take their time. Neufeld's all over Mendoza. Gets it back to Olsen. He drives in, makes the baseline pass to 6, and 6 gets hit as he tries to go up. Nice ball movement by Roseburg. Mendoza drew the defense, kicked into the corner for Olsen. Grants Pass did a nice job of collapsing, but driving in with the defense out of position. Olsen got free, made the baseline skip pass to 6, and he got hit. Assuming it's Fullerton that got hit. I thought it was 6 down there. So Fullerton at the line, and he'll miss the front end. Roseburg basketball also sponsored by Fisher's Hearth and Home and our friends at Flyaway Travel. 3:58 here to go in the period. Second free throw. Fullerton knocks it through. He's got 4 points in the quarter. 54-48, 6-point game. Up the floor. Wide open underneath is Morgan, and he gets an easy 2. Roseburg did their best to collapse, but couldn't get there fast enough. 54-56 brings it into the half court. Dribbling right side. Got a double team for a second. Gets it to Pike in the corner. Pike back to Mendoza. Mendoza steps on the baseline, the sideline on that far side. Gives it back to Grants Pass, and the Cavemen will have a chance to cut it to a one-possession game. Both teams are in the bonus now. Neither in the double bonus. On the right side, Mason Bennett. Alderson wants the deep 3. It rims off, and a rebound down to Pike. Mendoza brings it up into the front court. Fullerton head fake, drives in, got hit off the side of the backboard. They're just letting a lot go here tonight. Up the floor, 54-50. Neufeld driving right side, makes the pass. They collapsed on him. He found the open man. That was Luke Morgan, but a nice job on the help defense. Fullerton tips it out of bounds. Isley's going to come back into the game for Grants Pass. Luke Morgan will take a seat. It's a nice job by Neufeld to realize the defense keen on him, the leading scorer in the Southwest Conference. That leaves somebody open, and Luke Morgan was almost the benefit. Neufeld will get it. Weak side, 3. Got it. He's heating up at the right time, gets a points there. It's a 1-point game, 54-53. Roseburg in front by 1, 2:48 to go. Big run here by Grants Pass in the fourth quarter. 6 with it. Tried to pass it to Mendoza. Ball tipped out of bounds. Telegraphed that one. .240 to play. Roseburg led by 12 less than 5 minutes ago in the game. 6 will get it, working against Isley. Tries to drive. Had the open man in the corner. Offensive foul. And, of course, Jordan Humphrey's not happy with that call. He may have something to say. Don't know if the defense had gotten squared up in front of Carson 6, but he commits his third foul, turns it over. A chance to take the lead for the first time since the first quarter for Grants Pass. Well, they led early in the second quarter before Roseburg took it, and have held it since. Neufeld with it on the right side, working against Mendoza to the free throw line. Alderson, another deep 3. No. Rebound pulled down by Mendoza. He'll bring it up the floor, tried to dribble behind the back, nearly lost off his foot. Now getting hit all over the place, driving in, a whistle. The bucket won't go, but to the line will go Daniil Olsen. And this one goes against Mason Bennett, his third. to the line, Daniil Olson. And Roseburg, if they're going to win this one, they're going to have to make free throws. 2:06 to play. Olson, the lefty, at the free throw line. He'll make the first one. Roseburg basketball also sponsored by Roseburg Honda, Barnes Heating and Cooling, and Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair, and of course, Dr. Lanson Randall, our many sponsors of high school sports here on The Score. 2:06 to go, second free throw here for Daniil Olson, and he gets them both. 56-53, a three-point game for the Tribe. Roseburg in front. Boston Williams will come back in. 6 will take a seat. Mendoza, Williams, Fullerton, Pike, and Olson on the floor for the Tribe. Neufeld, Poland, as Neufeld will bring it into the half court, and a timeout taken by Grants Pass. Cavemen will use one here, trailing by 3 with 2:02 to go. Let's take a 30-second timeout and come back here from Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium on The Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Here from Roseburg High School on a Friday night, the Tribe trying to hang on to a lead, 56-53. It's a precarious one so far. 2:02 to go left in the game. Grants Pass with the timeout. They'll have the basketball on their own half of the floor out of the break. Joey Kieran here with you. Roseburg girls were down at Grants Pass. We saw they were down by 10 in the second quarter of that game earlier. Try and see if we can get an update on that one for you. Grants Pass inbounding from in front of the scorer's table. Neufeld's got to go somewhere with it. 5-second count. I don't know what he was looking for. So Grants Pass out of the timeout turns the ball over. Quick check in on that Grants Pass and Roseburg basketball game as they lob to the rim. Underneath, Olson, count the bucket and a foul for Daniil Olson. Beautiful inbound play for Roseburg. Caught Olson cutting to the hoop. They lobbed it over the top of the defense, got him in the air, then made the bucket. And he'll head to the line for the three-point play. 58-53, a 5-point game here. The foul does go against Mason Bennett, picks up his fourth. And the three-point play, no short. Rebound pulled down by Morgan. Roseburg girls trailing 49-19 in the fourth quarter of their game, by the way. 1:50 to go here. Neufeld out at the top, double team, gets it to Morgan. Morgan tries to hit a cutting Mason Bennett, and he throws it away. And Grants Pass, they were so good to start out this fourth quarter. Stumbling a little bit here in the key moment. Inbound goes to Williams. The defender fell down. Williams will bring it into the front court. And he gets called for an offensive foul. That'll be number 5 on Boston Williams. And he will be done tonight. Also 10 fouls now for Roseburg. They've been letting a lot go in this game, and they call that there. So Roseburg at 10 team fouls into the double bonuses. Grants Pass. Boston Williams will come out of the game in for Roseburg. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the conference. I think we're waiting for a substitute player in. I'm not sure why they do that. That's something I got to ask a coach at some point. When a player fouls out, it seems like every team always stalls as long as they can before they bring in another player. Boston Williams out of the game. Roseburg putting some pressure on defensively. Dylan Neufeld drives in. He tries to pass out to the right wing, intended for Jackson Pullen. It never got anywhere close as Micah Mendoza goes up for the volleyball spike and sends that one across the baseline. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cavemen. 1:35 to go. It's a 5-point game. Pullen will lob it into the middle. Catch, shoot. Morgan, shot no good. And then a foul on the rebound. It goes against Grant's pass. And it's called against Jackson Pullen. Pullen will pick up his 4th. And we'll walk the other way. Both teams into the double bonus now.
At the line, you see 2-shot bonus, Micah Mendoza.
So it'll be free throws from here on out for both sides. Mendoza will go to the free throw line. Micah Mendoza, 10 points in the first half. He's got 12 total. And the lefty misses on the front end. Mendoza, now the leading scorer on this Roseburg team after the departure of Colton Marsters at 10.1 points a game. Has a career high at 22. Again, sitting at 12 here. Would love to get 13, and he will on the second free throw. 59-53, a 6-point game. It's not enough. Grants Pass can shoot the long ball. 1:26 to go. Paulin on the left side gets a screen from Bennett, and that doesn't lose the defender. Stops at the free throw line. Has to pass it away, and a timeout taken now by the Cavemen. 1 minute, 18 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter, and Roseburg is leading. We'll keep it right here for this full timeout. Let's go ahead, though, real quick and get in a station identification. This is Roseburg basketball on The Score. Joey Keyran here with you from Roseburg High School, where the boys basketball team is leading at 59-53. Checking in on that girls score again, it is 51-22. Grants Pass in front of Roseburg in the fourth quarter there. So unfortunately, the Roseburg girls will not find a way to win in that one. Checking in on South Medford and North Medford from South Medford High School. It's the black and blue game. They call the football game the Black and Blue Bowl. It's not really that, but crosstown rivalry matchup there between the Panthers and the Black Tornado. It is for sole possession of first place in the Southwest Conference. And with 52 seconds to go in the first quarter, it's South Medford leading 14-13. On top of North Medford. Roseburg will be playing North Medford coming up tomorrow. The boys game at 3 o'clock. We'll have coverage here on The Score and online at 541radio.com. Inbound, fadeaway, corner three. Off the mark, hit the side of the backboard for Dylan Neufeld. Way off the mark there. Roseburg had the easy rebound. Mendoza gets it. He'll go right to the rim. A bucket and a foul, and that could be a big one for the Tribe on their efforts to hold off the Cavemen. Mendoza has 5 in the period and a chance to add to it here as he takes Roseburg over 60 points on the night. 61-53, back to an 8-point lead. Roseburg let Grants Pass get all the way back down to a single possession game after leading by 12, and they've got a chance to make it a 9-point game. No! The shot did not want to fall for Mendoza. That one rattled around, stayed in the cylinder for a long time. 1 minute to play here in this one on the right wing with it. Neufeld lobs it to Bennett, lost a handle, but he's able to find it. He puts one up, it dances on the iron and falls off. No good for Bennett, and Roseburg gets the stop up the floor. Pass, hard one, bounces through the hands of Fullerton, off his chest, scramble for the basketball, and out of bounds. Grants Pass gets it back. Fullerton there, I don't know if he just wasn't expecting it or too much zip on it, but it bounced off his chest and got away from him there. That's the turnover led to it there. 38 seconds to go. Roseburg leading by 8. Neufeld tried to go through the defense, had his shot blocked by Pike, and out of bounds it stays with Grants Pass. Time running out on the Cavemen here, 33.7 to go. Neufeld inbounds out to the top to Paulin. Paulin back to Neufeld. He'll drive baseline, jump stop, pass out to Isley. Catch, drives to the free throw line, bump, fadeaway jumper, doesn't get the roll, and pulled down by Olsen underneath. And a timeout taken by Roseburg. Olsen was getting tied up And so he calls for the timeout, and that'll keep the possession for Roseburg. Full timeout with 22.3 seconds to go in the ball game, and we'll keep it right here. Roseburg leading by 8. Well, the NBA action going on tonight. The Portland Trailblazers hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. Get you a score update on that one. But the Blazers making a move before the NBA trade deadline, sending Norman Powell and Robert Covington to the Los Angeles Clippers. They'll receive Eric Bledsoe, Justice Winslow, Keon Johnson, a rookie, a 2025 second-round draft pick, all coming back to Portland in that deal for Norman Powell and Robert Covington. So it does appear a little bit as if the Blazers are kind of going into rebuild mode with that move. We'll see what else they do. But at halftime, the Blazers are winning tonight, beating the Thunder 50-46 at the moment. They're at the Moda Center. Also going on tonight, you've got some college basketball for the women. We'll try and check in on that scoreboard for you here soon. Full court press here from the Cavemen. 22.3 seconds to go in the game. Roseburg leading by 8. Mendoza will get it into the half court. Goes right to the rim. Wild shot, no good. Pike down with the offensive rebound, and Roseburg will have another look at it here. And a foul by Grants Pass now. They'll stop the clock with 11.3 to go, and Roseburg can ice this one at the line. Fullerton going to the free throw line, and this will be number 5 on number 1. Dylan Neufeld will foul out of this game. He is going to finish with 13 points, below his average at 18.4. The number 1 scorer in the conference, held somewhat in check tonight, and he'll foul out of this ball game with 11.3 to go. Coming into the contest will be Gavin McLean for the first time, the sophomore. 2 free throws coming up for Hunter Fullerton, and Hunter Fullerton will hit the first. Well, Arizona is beating Oregon 37-29 in the third quarter of that women's basketball game. Number 19 Ducks, number 8 Arizona. Second free throw goes through for Fullerton. Check on Oregon State as well. Pass left side, corner 3, good. Gavin McLean will come off the bench and bury a quick 3. 3.1 second to go. It is 63-56. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 7-point game with 3.1 to go. Weirder things have probably happened, but this one might be out of reach. Taking a look at, so the Ducks are trailing in the third quarter against Arizona down in Tucson. Earlier today, Oregon State women taking on Arizona State, and the Arizona State Sun Devils beat the Oregon State women 67-57. That's a check of your college scoreboard tonight. Other games going on in high school hoops tonight. You've got Sutherland at South Umpqua tonight. Boys and girls games going on. Dan Baines covering those ones on I-101 FM. Douglas is at St. Mary's. Far West League action there. You've got Skyline League games going on in the 1A classification tonight as well. Busy night on a Friday night. 3.1 seconds to go. Olsen gets it inbound. Mason Bennett, well, finally a whistle for the foul. Gets him across the sideline. 1.1 to go in this one. Olsen will go to the line, and what should be a kind of just the final nail in the coffin. Final foul for Mason Bennett. He'll foul out of the game as well. And that'll bring in Jaden Jesse. We'll check into this one. Roseburg looks like they will go to 2-2 in conference play, 5-10 overall, and Grants Pass heading towards a 5-11 record, 1-3 in conference. With the win, Roseburg will move into into third place in the Southwest Conference, which is big. Heard head coach Jordan Humphreys mention it in the pregame show that third place means an automatic playoff spot, and so that's big for Roseburg. They want to try and hold on to that third spot in the postseason or in the league standings. Free throw goes through for Danil Olsen. Big night tonight for Danil Olsen. Here in the fourth quarter, he's got 8 points. And looking to add to it. And he will again. 9 points for Olsen. He has got 21 in the game. And there's the final. 65-56. The Roseburg Indians will defeat the Grants Pass Cavemen in a battle that got tight here in the fourth quarter, but Roseburg pulls away with the 9-point victory as they win it and will go to 2-2 in conference play. Don't go anywhere. There's still more to come. We'll go to the post-game show as Roseburg gets a big win against the Grants Pass Cavemen. Had to work for it, but they hold on. We'll have the post-game show to wrap it all up for you when we come back after this 2-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
As a doctor, I kept myself safe from COVID by following all the proper protocols. Then I visited my family, and we all got COVID. I debated getting the vaccine since I gained the COVID antibodies. I changed my mind because I learned the antibodies may not offer full protection. But getting the vaccine after COVID can help prevent you from getting sick again. It also lowers your risk of getting someone else sick. So whether you've already had COVID or you're still unvaccinated, please get the vaccine.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Roseburg High School, where tonight the Roseburg boys basketball team will pick up a 65-56 victory on top of the visiting Grants Pass Cavemen. Joey Keyran here with you. Thanks so much for tuning in and joining us on the game tonight. We appreciate everybody that either watched it live online or caught us on the radio here tonight. Big win, a competitive game, fun game here this evening. That was a lot of fun to watch between these two teams. Roseburg leading by 12 with 7:13 to go in the fourth quarter. You really thought things were kind of in control, but then Grants Pass stormed back, got within 2 points late in that game. But Roseburg would fight their way back, and they would come back to win by 9. They led by double digits a few times there throughout that second half, late in the third quarter and into the fourth quarter, but had to really fight to hold off the Cavemen, who got hot at the right time. Grants Pass started hot. They were leading 19-15 after the first quarter, but Roseburg outscores the Cavemen 16-4 in the second and would lead by a score of 31-23 at halftime. Roseburg outscored by 1 in the third quarter, 15-14, as they would lead by 7 at the end of 3. But then in the fourth quarter, they outscored Grants Pass 20-18 for the 9-point victory. Take a look at your scoring from tonight's contest for the visiting Cavemen. They had 3 players finish in double figures. With 13 points, Dylan Neufeld off the bench, leading scorer in the conference, held in check, about 5-6 points below his average there. Ivan Isley comes off the bench, hits a couple of threes. He finishes with 10. Luke Morgan had 5 points in the fourth quarter, finishes with 10 as well. 7 points for Cade Brandis before going out with an ankle injury. Let the band finish up there. Brandis goes with 7 before he leaves the game in the third quarter with an ankle injury. Let's see here. 6 points for Mason Bennett as well. 3 points for Owen Alderson. 4 points for Jackson Poland. 3 points for Gavin McLean, and that is your scoring for Grants Pass. On the other side, leading the way with 21 points in the game, tying a season high, Danil Olson has the 21 points tonight. Roseburg also had double figures for Boston Williams with 10 before he fouled out of the game in the fourth quarter. Micah Mendoza with 15, including 5 in the fourth quarter. 5 points for Carter Stedman, 5 points for Ben Pike, 6 points for Hunter Fullerton, and 3 for Carson Six. And so that is your scoring from the game tonight as Roseburg gets a big win against Grants Pass. The Cavemen fall to 5-11 on the year. They are now 1-3 in conference play. Next up, they will take on South Eugene, and that'll be coming up tomorrow at home at Heater Newman Gymnasium for the Cavemen. Roseburg will go to 5-11 or 5-10 on the season, 2-2 in conference play. Up next, Roseburg travels to North Medford for a conference game, and the Roseburg boys will play at 3. The girls will play at 1:30. We'll have coverage of both of those games for you here on the radio and streaming live online at 541radio.com. Quick check on the score from that North Medford-South Medford game. Roseburg again playing North Medford tomorrow. In the boys game, South Medford leading 25-19 over North Medford with about 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Well, folks, that is going to do it for us here tonight from Roseburg High School. Before we go, it's time to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game. Tonight, we are going to award Danil Olson as your Player of the Game. Brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be. Danil finishing with a game-high 21 points, tying a season high for him. Was clutch at the free throw line in the fourth quarter. Had 9 points in the fourth quarter to help Roseburg come back and hold off Grants Pass for the win. Congratulations, Danil Olson, our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game. All right, folks, we will go ahead and wrap it up here from Roseburg High School as the band serenades us on our way out with the Roseburg High School song, their school song. I don't think it's the fight song, but either way, here we go, wrapping it up. Want to say thanks to the Grants Pass Cavemen and to Grants Pass radio guy Chuck Benson for helping out with all of our pregame prep here going into tonight's matchup. Want to say thanks to Athletic Director Russ Bolin, Head Coach Jordan Humphreys, the entire Roseburg basketball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg basketball here on The Score. Thanks to Dale Cranford, pinch hitting in spot duty tonight, back in the studio on the radio production for us tonight, and also pinch hitting this evening, filling in for me, helping out the wonderful Angela Keyran, helping out with our video production here on site tonight. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keyran. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow as we bring you a Roseburg basketball doubleheader. The boys and girls will be taking on North Medford from North Medford. The girls at 1:30. The boys about 3 o'clock will have coverage of both games, starting with pregame at 1:15. And you can catch the action live video streaming online at 541radio.com or find it right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. I thought that was